What do you think about it? Does that sound cool?
Yeah, I'm calm still.
All right, let's do this then. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Titans, live from London, UK, all the way to the US of A and worldwide. Man, I'm your host, Kalam, and this is Talk with the Titans. Jeez, tonight's show, this is the part 2 of tonight's show. What do I mean by this? If you haven't already checked out the previous show, God damn, you needed to check out that previous show. That show was hard body. This is now part 2 of the same show. Show number 1, we went in on the Adamic claim. Most people like to claim that they're from the lineage of Adam, but at the same time want to distance themselves away from Africa. But we've actually showed that Adam, in all intents and purposes, would be classified as an African today, a dark-skinned, curly-haired human being that was made out of black mud, that resided in the landmass of either Ethiopia, Somalia, or Southern Arabia, depending upon the geography. So that's what we've shown so far. So now let's go into the second part of the show. The second part of the show is dedicated to science. It's dedicated to science, and it will be presented by our resident scientist himself, the medicine man. Oh, man. Medicine man. Hey, yo, medicine man. I like that smile.
Hey, baby, we here.
We here, baby.
We here. Sorry, bro. Yeah, like I said, man, this is the part, man, where this is beautiful, man. This is some nice information that I'm going to share. I do encourage the people to also check out this information that I'm about to drop. That's to tell you that science is always changing. There's always new information being handed out. So I'm about to go in. And the reason why this is actually peak, because this is going to go alongside with a show that me and the brother Kalam have been wanting to do, dealing with West Africa. Do you see what I'm saying? Dealing with West Africa, because people always seem to keep thinking East Africa is the place. East Africa is the spot. But there's some information that someone just don't want to show. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. I'm going to get into this. So you can find this information. You can type up and find it anywhere. It was on. It was reported also in the Daily Mail. It was also reported on Fox News. It was some big information. But I'm reading it. The report from this is newscientist.com, and the headline is this: the father of all men is 340,000 years old. God damn.
Hey, hold on. God damn, that's new. That's new information. How new is that? Because you know what? I saw this. I saw this recently. Like literally in the last couple of days, I saw this information, and I was like, "Hold on, No, wait. Where'd you get that from, G? Where'd you get that from?"
Don't worry about it. This is the medicine cabinet, baby. You have a medicine cabinet in your house where you got all your different medicines. You got the cod liver oil, you get the ibuprofen. You got all those different. But in the medicine cabinet, you got to store some of the great medicines, B. You feel me? But this article, to be fair, this was 2013. They might have done some more research in it recently that they have, which I've checked on. But I'm just dealing with when it was big and when it came out major. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go again. The father of all men is 340 years old. Now let's go. Dwarfed by the X chromosome, the Y seems more ancient than we thought. Okay, now let's go. Albert Perry carried a secret. So this is the guy's name, the guy, the African American, which gave in his DNA test. But let's read. Albert Perry carried a secret in his DNA and colon, a Y chromosome so distinctive that it reveals new information about the origin of our species. It shows that the last common male ancestor down the paternal line of our species is over twice as old as we thought. Perry, recently deceased, was an African American who lived in South Carolina a few years ago. One of his female relatives submitted a sample of his DNA to a company called Family Tree DNA for genealogical analysis. Geneticists can use such samples to work out how we are related to one another. Hundreds of thousands of people have now had their DNA tested. The data from these tests had shown that all men gain their Y chromosomes from a common male ancestor. This genetic Adam lived between 60,000 and 140,000 years ago. So remember those digits there. So this is Adam, lived here between 60,000 and 140,000 years ago. All men, except Perry, that is, when family tree DNA technicians tried to place Perry's the Y chromosome on the chromosome family tree, they just couldn't. His Y chromosome was like no other so far analyzed. Yeah? Michael Hammer, a geneticist at University of Arizona in Tucson, heard about Perry's unusual Y chromosome and did some further testing. His team's research revealed something extraordinary. And Perry did not descend from the genetic Adam. In fact, his Y chromosome was so distinctive that his male lineage probably separated from all others about 338,000 years ago. God damn. That's before Adam, supposedly. But let's keep reading. The Y chromosome tree is much older than we thought, says Chris Tyler Smith at the Wellcome Trust Sanger Institute in Hixton, UK, who was not involved in the study. He says further work will be needed to confirm exactly how much older. It's a cool discovery, says John Wilkins of the Ronin Institute of Montclair, New Jersey. We geneticists have been looking at Y chromosomes about as long as we've been looking at anything. Changing where the root of Y chromosome tree is at this point is extremely surprising. Digging deeper, Hammer's team examined an African database of nearly 6,000 Y chromosomes and found similarities between Perry's and those in samples taken from 11 men, all living in one village. Where is the brother Kalam? Where you at, bro? You better get yourself back here, bro, because this is part of some good medicine right here, man. So I'm gonna read this again. Digging deeper.
I was trying to get some snacks, you know. I got some snacks. You gotta go in, G. Trust me. If y'all get your snacks and your pens and papers ready, y'all need to go and get ready, G. Because this is fire.
Trust me. Digging deeper, Hammer's team examined an African database of nearly 6,000 Y chromosomes and found similarities between Perry's and those in samples taken from 11 men, all living in one village in Cameroon. This may indicate where in Africa Perry's ancestors hailed from. Huh? So this DNA, this 300,000, 38,000 DNA that's gone that's blasted the Adam theory, yeah, resides in the place, yeah, in Africa, yeah, in the region of Cameroon. But let's keep going. So it says older than humanity. The first anatomical modern human fossils that date back only 195,000 years. So Perry's Y chromosome lineage split from the rest of humanity long before our species appeared. But how can that be? Huh? How can these things split long before our species appeared? Surely our species must have been there a long time ago then. So let's keep going. What are the implications? One possibility is that Perry's Y chromosome may have been inherited from an archaic human population that has since gone extinct. If that's the case, then sometime within the last 195,000 years, anatomically modern humans interbred with an ancient African human. There is some supporting evidence for this scenario. In 2011, researchers examined human fossils. In 2011, researchers examined human fossils from Nigeria site called Iwo Ileru. Yeah? The fossils showed a strange mix of ancient and modern features, which also suggested interbreeding between modern and archaic humans. The Cameroon village with an unusual genetic signature is right on the border with Nigeria. And Iwo Ileru is not too far away, says Hammer. Chris Stinger at the Natural History Museum, London, was involved in the Iwo Ileru analysis and says the new Y chromosome result highlights the need for more genetic data from modern day sub-Saharan Africans. The oldest known fossils humans in both West Africa at Iwo Ilero and Central Africa at Ishango in the Democratic Republic of Congo show unexpectedly archaic features. So it certainly looks like we have more complex scenario for the evolution of modern humans in Africa. And that is what we call some medicine for the brain. You feel me? Oh,
oh my God. You know what?
wow.
Right. Boy, I just, you know what, yeah? We have a saying, yeah, in Africa that goes like this. Give it to them. Just give it to them.
Give it to them, eh? Better give it to them good and proper, eh? Hey?
Hey.
God damn. Listen.
Damn. You know
what?
Just to go along with what you're saying, just to adorn and beautify what you're saying, yeah. Most people, I don't know, I've seen like, have you ever seen this called the recent African origin of modern humans? Have you seen this? Have you not seen this? Let's just quickly see where human beings actually come from. Roughly about here, the Niger Congo region. That's why I remember people talking about East Africa all the time, yeah. And Kemetism, East Africa. I'm like, nigga, like you don't go over there with your East African stuff, yeah. Me personally, I'm a West African man, and I'm proud of being West African.
You feel me?
Oh, therefore, I won't be teaching that. But if you look at the migration path that took place 170,000 to 130,000 years ago into these regions here, then you have another migration that took place that went over here through Arabia, went into India, traveled southwards, went over into Australia. That took place 70,000 years ago. Okay, then you have another migration that went over into southern Europe, i.e. Spain, and those regions there, Siberia. No, is it Siberia? I can't remember Siberia. What's that Siberian land called? Is that 40,000 years ago? I believe it's 40,000 years ago. So let me say that. And France as well. You have that migration over there. And then you also have the migration over into, I know it's a bit upside down. It's a bit upside down, isn't it? You can't really tell what's actually going on. But, there's migrations obviously into China that then migrated over into South America, into America, North America, South America, etc., etc. So we can see that the original migration that took place 170,000 years ago, took place in the West African region, the Niger Congo region, right there. But there's even more evidence because that usually dates back to 250,000 years. But they've even recently found some new evidence. This is very recently, very, very recently, actually. It's quite brand new that it does actually go back, over 340,000, let me just say at least 315,000 years. And we're talking about Homo sapiens sapiens. We're not talking about archaic humans as well. We're actually talking about modern human beings, which is Homo sapiens sapiens. That even goes back over 300,000 years before we stopped at the 250,000 year mark in terms of paleontology and all the names, man. I'm losing it right now. But all those things there, it kind of stopped at the 250,000 year mark. But we found new evidence actually going back over into the Niger Congo region yet again into, I think it was the Mandinka people. That was it, the Mandinka people and the Khoisan people. They actually broke off. The Mandinka people have an older strand than the actual Khoisan Bantu people as well. So it's very interesting. That's new information that's just recently, for me, that I've seen come out. I haven't fully digested that information yet, but I saw that, a few days ago, if not weeks ago, and I was like, damn, this is some medicine right here. But I'm gonna just hand it over to my brother, man. You keep dropping that medicine because I got my snacks here just waiting to just eat off. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm glad because this is what we always say this, bro. anytime you're going to deal with the information, yeah, you do have to study. You know, gain the knowledge, man. It's always good to gain knowledge, man. It helps because do you know what gaining knowledge does? It brings about conversation and topics, whether it's going to be with friends, whether it's going to be with families. And you know what? Talking and discussions is sometimes it's good, man. It's healthy, you know, especially nowadays where you know, discussions and talking is not very quite as big as it used to be. You know what I mean? Everybody's either on their phones, tablets, playing games, busy out. Do you know what I mean? There ain't no time for discussions and talking about some deep stuff, you know, some deep issues. So, you know, always seeking knowledge and seeing what is going on in the world and finding out what scientists and geneticists and all these people are doing and biologists, finding out all the new advancements in science that they're updating like every day, weekly, monthly. Do you see what I'm saying? Because once you look into that stuff, yeah, it starts to make you wonder, like it makes you start to see that most, well, I won't say all people in religion, but you know, there's some people in religion that just to just stay in one specific box, like they don't come out. You know what I mean? And you know, like it was good, especially with me and brother Kalam. There's one brother that we speak. Brother knows who he is, yeah. But he's a Muslim, but him himself, yeah, he even said he's like, you know what, yeah, I'm a Muslim, but it says in the Quran to go and seek knowledge. You know what I mean? It's always good to go and find out knowledge, find knowledge, and help yourself. So, and he's actually doing that, and he's actually, we can actually see. I've noticed the difference in him since he's gone out and researched things that we've spoken about. Brother Kalam's giving him information that he's searched. You know what I mean? He's researched stuff that I've spoken about, and it's made sense to him. It's even made it's to him. I don't know if he said this or not, but I think it's even made it made it even a bit more easier for him to understand certain things in the Quran. Do you see what I'm saying? But he's actually saying like he needs to go and study. Like he's happy now that he can go out and research. He wants us to keep giving him information that he can go and check up and read up on. You know what I mean? And to us, man, that's good. That's all we want to do, man. We want to help, man. We want to help. You know what I mean? We don't mind giving out information, and we don't mind taking information. If somebody's got some good information that they want to share with us, we would take it on board. We won't say no. What you're saying is fallacy, unless we do the research and find that it's fraud. But we will take it on board, man. We'll take it on the chin. We'll take it and we'll say, wow, we'll add that. We'll add that to our memory bank. Do you know what I mean? It's all good information at the end of the day. So you know, I just want to say to Adnan Rashid, brother, boy, man, I'm sorry, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry because I know you see us in a way. I don't know. Deep down, I know for a fact you see us in a way. You want us to be black supremacists. I know it. You want us to be out there screaming and shouting, doing all kinds of chaos. I know it. But bro, you shouldn't have put us in a corner like this, bro. Because I didn't want to. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have done it. To actually be fair, I'm happy you did. Because that made it easier for us to bring out the information and share it with the people, you know, so that people can see the information for themselves. Brother Kalam, go on, bro. I know you want to say something.
Do you know what it is, yeah? As you quite rightly said, like all of this, yeah, it's just you lot are just giving us excellent opportunities to educate our people, to educate our community, and to dish out a few L's. Of course, we're going to dish out a few L's to you, man, them there, and we're going to rock the M, and we're going to rock the W. We're going to rock the medicine. Do it, Gabs. Do it, go ahead.
Wow. Yeah, we did the M's.
And then we're also going to turn it upside down and show, you know, we got the W's, baby. We're winning, baby. We're winning. You know, we ain't just anybody. We ain't just anybody. We ain't just anybody. We ain't just anybody. Yeah, I mean, you can catch us in the W because we ain't just no anybody. All right. Y'all know about the hotel. Drake made it popular still. But y'all know about that hotel, the W, right?
Yeah.
But that W is just for winners, baby. It was just for winners. So this is what I'm going to do, actually. I'm actually going to post the link, you know, into the comment section. I'm going to leave it there for a little bit longer so you lot could come in and join. And, of course, I want you lot to, you know, share your information as well. You know, if you've got any questions as well, come in and give us some questions. We're all ears for it. We love it. And again, it's just a beautiful opportunity to educate our people. It's a beautiful opportunity, you know. Because right now, It's Black History Month, baby. It's Black History Month, and we're educating, the Black folks that need the education the most. We're educating our community, and when our community is filled with Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Jews, atheists, Black Power, Afro consciousness, like all sorts is going on, like within our community. Like we're giving that love out to everybody. Everybody is receiving that medicine, that nice daily dose that will keep your mind functioning and turning over just right. So come in, family. If you want to join in with us, and let's get it popping. And please, close to 150 people tuned in, and we've got 72 likes. Come on, family, man. Can we get, like, by the end of the show, this should be on like 100 likes, because surely we've been dropping that good information to y'all. All right. Let me see. Where else do we need to go? Talk to me, King. Where else do we need to go? I think, I don't know. Is all the medicine being dished out?
Yeah, boy, it's been a lot of medicine that, I'm to be fair, me personally, there's 100 and something, but I know there's someone in there within that 100 and something. There's some people in there that want to get in and are itching to come in and maybe refute us, or or I don't know, maybe even give some information, maybe to add on top. So don't be shy, don't be afraid. Come in, come into the panel. Let's have that discussion, Or even if you're happy for the show and you agree and you like the information, come in and then share your views and your points.
And again, I just want to say something here, because I hate when they keep putting this on us, to say that, this whole Black supremacy thing. I want to let you guys know from the Kemetic teachings, okay? From the Kemetic teachings, there is no racism as far as I've seen, okay? I'm going to put it like this. As far as I've seen, because y'all could show me something that's going to blow my mind. But as far as I've seen, there is absolutely no racism in it. There isn't no agenda of Black supremacy. Because you're Kemet, that means you're superior to everybody else. Like, I don't know where you lot get those information. I wish I had Osar on right now, and he could be just breaking down some some wisdom teachings of Ptah and so forth, that just shows you how far away from the truth that is. Our teaching teaches us that nature or the deity or God has created every single human being. He gives air, oxygen to every single human being indiscriminately. You with me? He sends down the sunlight, the rays and so forth indiscriminately to everybody. Everybody is equal. It's only man in their corrupted hearts that actually want to be placed over another human being. You with me? So our God, which is nature, doesn't even say that there is a chosen group of people. Okay, there's not no chosen group of people like the Israelites, like your Quran says, or like the Bible says. And I don't even have no problem with that. If the Bible and the Quran wants to say that, and that's what their God says, like, kudos to your God and kudos to your Bible. But I'm saying to you, there is nothing like that within outside our teachings. There's no such thing as, we've been sent to this earth to dominate and subdue the rest of the world. There's nothing like that. We don't have no teachings like that. Our teaching is something of ma'at, which literally, in one of its meanings is reciprocity, to actually not to subdue something and make it be beneath you. Like, animals are not even beneath us. The plant life is not even beneath us. What for us is reciprocity. We see that these things give us something, and we give it back to the same ecosystem as well. You with me? If we're taking, an orange or something, some type of fruit or something from the system, okay, we now, after we've eaten it, we plant it back into the ground. We give back to it. And we don't even just plant it back into the ground. We also make sure it's covered in the ground properly. We also make sure that it's watered properly. We need to make sure we give back to our ecosystem and not simply take from our ecosystem. This is what our teachings teaches us. Our teaching teaches us that all man is being created equally. And I don't want to be in a religious sense of created equally, created, we've all been produced via nature, by our mothers and fathers, by the sun, the moon, the earth. Everything has been, the compounding factor to produce us as human beings. None of us is more superior than any others. I don't know. For me, this is what I learned from Kemet, from the Ma'atic teachings, from the Ramech lifestyle. That's what I've learned. So I don't know where you lot are coming with this whole superiority thing. I don't have it. Gabs definitely doesn't have it. So I don't know where you're getting this from. But anyway, go ahead, King.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, it's true what you say, man. It's true. That, yeah, I had enough of that, man. I don't want to hear like bring up this whole black supremacy and saying that you people use, you know what I mean? I've heard people saying that you people coming with this and saying this. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know what I mean? We're just coming to bring that info, you know what I mean? And just share with the people. Hopefully, you know, it's the right knowledge. After they do their research, they can validate what we're saying. But like I said, man, I'm gonna lie. Me personally, I think this show was a big show, man. I think this show and the previous show was a big show. You know what I mean? Breaking down that. I can't wait. I seriously can't wait to see what what new shuffling or what new tactics come out after this, bro. Because if you just threw straight daggers right there from, you know what I mean? They were like bullseyes. You was moving like Legolas from Lord of the Rings. You know Legolas from Lord of the Rings with the arrows. You know the ones there. Legolas was just shooting them down. Cha, cha, cha. But do you know what I didn't realize about that film Legolas? That brother never run out of arrows, you know. If you watch that film, bro, that man had unlimited arrows, bro.
You know what? I heard an African proverb recently, and it says, yeah, a wise man, yeah, will give you certain things, yeah, will teach you, will educate you, but he always holds some back for himself. That's the teachings of a wise man. So, man, we just putting out some arrows, but don't worry. We've got an infinite supply of arrows. You're with me? I could just pull out some books right now and you will know we've got infinite supply of arrows. This was only 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour. Harry Singh, I've got you. Harry Singh is on next, and then Phil is up afterwards. This is just 1 hour's worth of just putting something in. Just 1 hour. 1 hour. Just imagine that, just 1 hour. And this show has been deadly. Remember the last time when you called us racist or something like that, Adnan? Adnan, do you remember that? And you gave me what, 3-4 hours? How many hours was it? I think it was like 3-4 hours. 3-4 hours. We came out the very next day. 3-4 hours after seeing that nonsense or hearing the nonsense you were saying. 3-4 hours. That's what it took. And we brought out at least, I think it was like at least 8 different sources from different books, from different scholars, yeah, that held up some very racist views in the scholarship of Islamic world. Just imagine that. So please, like chill. Just imagine if we was writing pamphlets against you. Chill, fam. Chill. Don't worry. When you see us, like, nod your head and be like, all right, salute. I'm not gonna say no nonsense to you ever again, Cal. Like, I know every so often you want to try, try, but trying, like, will end up you failing. So please don't. But anyways, Harry, let's get it in, fam. Let's get it in. Let's go.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say one thing. Yo, a drop of knowledge a day keeps Adnan away. But yeah,
Repeat once more.
A drop of knowledge a day keeps Adnan away. But yeah, sick show, man. I'm enjoying myself.
Love that. My brother Phil, what you saying, King?
Yo, man, it was like just beautiful art, man. The way you was just breaking it down, and so all I gotta say is Scholar Gang, holla man.
Cheese.
Bam,
Bam.
We the sad song that the saga bring. We know where we belong since the start of man.
Bam.
Word up, man. Listen, everything my man Kalam does, I know it does. It's extensive study. Trust me. Study, man. Like, we don't put forth premises unless we cross check our sources. It's just funny that people that don't check their sources is quick to sit here and go, no, never. How you know? Did you check the source? You understand what I'm saying? Did you check the source? See, and that kind of sets people up for failure, because me myself, and they could all attest to this. If I don't have knowledge in it, or I'm not qualified to speak on it, I won't even come on a panel. You know what I'm saying? I will never even come on the panel if I'm not qualified to speak on it. Some people just don't want to look like they don't know something sometimes. And that could be a downfall because you don't know what the other person knows. So, and a part of the debate thing is I get people to commit to their nonsense, and I ask them a question. I'll be like, "Do you subscribe to this?" And if they can't, yeah, stand by it, whole heart to the death. All right, and then I bring out the information, the medicine, you know what I'm saying, the vape, and then all of a sudden they looking different, like, oh, where you get this from? So I just think in order for them to compete with us better, they gotta kind of respect the internet a little more. If they have to step up to Google Scholar in order to cross-reference their information, and then the information that they get in books, they got to see if the people that wrote that book have it available on the website, things like that. Because when Kalam does a lot of this stuff, he's pulling up 6, 7, 8 sources. That's probably 7, 8 books. So you're not going to bring 7, 8 books down to Speaker's Corner to try to debate something. You understand? Like, I know Brother Ty, I see him get busy. He bring down the books. Brother Ty bring the books on you. He don't care. I ain't gonna lie. But, we all ain't gonna try to do that. We'll compact it into new technology. I could call the brother Google Gary, but they got something called Google Scholar that y'all probably need to look into. And with that, I see. God bless.
Jeez. All right. Let me get my brother Abdul in before we close down the show. Brother Abdul, what are you saying, King?
Peace. Nah, I just joined the show and not seen you through the link out there, so I just clicked on it. But I actually mixed the show, so I don't know what y'all was really talking about. I looked at the title of the video though. It seems interesting.
All right. So, all right. We'll give you a. Actually, go on, guys, but I'm just going to do something quickly. So go ahead, King. Give him a quick rundown and see if he wants to join in somehow.
We're talking about the show, yeah? The first and the second show, what we've basically done, yeah? Okay. So, yeah, basically the first show, we was basically just going through some points that the brother Kalam and Adnan Rashid had a little debate at Speaker's Corner talking about, the origins of human, like what is a human, the origins of black people, are we humans, are we monkeys, and just basically it was all over the place. There wasn't no direct point that he was basically trying to say. So the brother Kalam just basically went to the Quran and used the Quran and showed obviously black supremacy in the Quran, as well as showing that Adam and also the Prophet Jesus and Moses basically showing that they were blacks. And also another one was also that he showed that Allah in the Quran favored the children of Israel above everybody else in the world. So we was dealing with that, and then the brother Kalam brought up loads of sources, the Quran, hadiths, just a lot of medicine just dashed all over the place. To be fair, it was kind of hurting my eyes. And then after that, in the second show, part 2, I just basically gave a little bit of science, talking about obviously the DNA of the African black man, saying that they found some new DNA, a new chromosome from a guy called Albert Perry, dating back 338,000. You know what I mean? 338,000 years, of archaic human beings that he shared the same DNA of those people. So he was pushing back this whole Adam theory about being 60,000 to 100, and I think it was 160,000 to 190,000 years. So it blasted that out of the waters, and it also showed that obviously they need to do some more research to sub-Saharan Africans, basically African people along the West Coast. They need to start doing some more testing with the DNA of people from that group. So to be fair, anybody actually that's out there, anyone that's got any West African DNA or lineage, or your family's from West Africa, I'm not even gonna lie, it'd be a good thing to probably get some DNA testing, because you never know. You could be like that Albert Perry guy, because I'm thinking I might have to get it done still. Because you could be the guy on the news where they might do a test and they find out something that, whoa, Do you know what I mean? That's your DNA is like stretched how many thousands and thousands of years back. Do you know what I mean? That could be you that they're writing about on the news. So yeah, I would encourage people out there to take the DNA test. Yeah, not even just people from West Africa, anybody really. Do you know what I mean? Anybody really, but mainly West African, especially now where they're looking to get more tests done on the people from that area. So I would encourage people to get the DNA tested. And if you do get it done, shout to brother Kalam, and maybe we can like do a little show on that where, you know, we can do like a DNA testing, I don't know, show, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Just something different, something new. So yeah, brother Abdul, yeah, that was about it really. So is there anything you wanted to add on that?
Yeah, well, you said a lot of stuff, but the first thing I want to touch on is you spoke about black supremacy in the Quran. So basically, y'all premise is that Allah is a black supremacist. Is that correct?
No, that's not the correct way of viewing it. We are saying that if you want to talk about black supremacy, number one, we have to come to the conclusion. Well, number one, actually, Sarah, I believe, makes a claim that you know, I'm your daddy, based upon Africans having the oldest genes, and all other human beings come from the African man. Okay, I don't know if you agree with that. Do you agree with that or don't agree with that?
In the right context, yes.
Okay. And then we basically showed that Adam was, you know, according to Muslims, Adam was the very first man, correct?
Yes.
And we've shown that via the Islamic sources, Allah created Adam out of the black mud. Would you agree to that?
Yes.
And we've found through the Hadith literature accounts that Adam was actually a brown-skinned man with curly hair. Would you agree with that?
I'm not too sure about that. I've never seen Adam.
Okay. So you may just have to go and look at the Islamic accounts so you can see it. And we've also shown that the Islamic accounts basically state that he comes from the region called India. And the ancient name for India, or the ancient region for India proper, was Ethiopia, Somalia, and the regions of Yemen and Oman. Do you know about that?
No, I don't. That's nonsense. You know why? Because Adam alayhi salam, he's not from this planet Earth.
Okay,
You
no,
understand?
we never said that. According to the Islamic literature, we
You
know
said
that.
he's from India.
Sorry?
You just said he's from India, according to Islamic sources.
Descended, should I say? Descended to India, according to the Islamic sources. According to you guys, you say he's from Jannah or somewhere else, and he came down. He got sent out. So when he got sent down into a region called India or Hind, which is Ethiopia, Somalia, Oman, Yemen region.
Some sources do say that, yes.
Okay, so we basically showing that in all intents and purposes, you know, if we was to classify Adam today, he will be known as an African man. And would you agree with that?
No.
Okay. I will
He's
ask you
not
why.
from Africa. How could he be an African? Kalam?
Okay, I said in all intents and purposes, of course, he's not from born in Africa, but he was descended down into what we'll be calling Ethiopia, those regions there. Would you agree to that?
I would say that he's highly melanated.
Okay, so what we're basically saying that because he is of that, and you know, the first man descended down into the African regions and has African features, and every other human being, according to the Islamic narrative, come out of this African looking man. Therefore, Sarah is correct in saying that that, you know, Adam is your father, and therefore the African pure gene, I don't want to say pure gene, the African gene would therefore be the father as well. That is the conclusion. Number two, the Quran talks about superiority or preferredness or favoredness of a certain group of individuals. Do you know who the certain group of individuals are?
Well, Gabs just mentioned that how the Israelites were chosen above all the peoples of the world at that time.
There you go. So we went to the Quran and we showed that they were favored, etc., etc., etc. And we went into the Islamic sources just to see who these favored people actually resembled. And it quite clearly states that people like Moses, people like Isa, Jesus, alayhi salam, were black skin or dark skin or brown skin people with curly hair. So we can clearly see that, again, it's these black people. And then when we look in again into the Najashi, who's also a descendant often is of Israelites. We went into the movie The Messenger to show that even the movie makers got even how can I put it entitled the Najashi the Lion of Judah, okay, which is an Israelite title. So we got three different eras and eras of people: Moses' time, Jesus' time, and then also during the time of Muhammad. These people were known to be dark-skinned, brown-skinned people with curly hair. So we can see that these dark-skinned, brown-skinned people with curly hair were said to be the chosen favored people above Allah, above other human beings. So we can clearly see that there is some type of superiority that's given to another group of people by your God Allah. So we could infer there is some form of black supremacy. I'm not saying that there is black supremacy. We can clearly see that it's only a certain group of black people that are preferred over a nation. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense. I think y'all stretching it and reaching a little bit. When you look at the Israelites, right, and they were chosen above all people at that particular time, right? That doesn't mean that the Israelites is the greatest thing and God's gift to humanity and all this nonsense, because that's foolishness. That doesn't make sense. If you study the Israelites were some of the worst people on the planet Earth. They were disgusting, wicked, and evil. They did all types of crimes against God. And if you look at the Bible, God killed them and destroyed them and spread them throughout the earth.
Okay, no problem.
You know what I mean? Where the tribes don't even exist anymore.
I want to know, in your Quran, does it state that these people are a preferred and favored people?
It says that they was chosen, they was preferred, right? At that time, those particular people, okay. Yes.
No problem. And does it also say that they were preferred, chosen, and even favored above, okay? And the key word there is above all other nations or all other people.
Right. So they was chosen. So they would be chosen above other people. Okay. If you got a bunch of people and I choose this particular group over here, they're chosen above these others.
Okay. And would you also say that these groups of people, according to the accounts, are actually dark-skinned people, Africoid people?
I wouldn't say African. I would say highly, a lot of them was highly melanated, even to the light skin though.
Okay. Would you say that
not all of them was blue black like Moses? Like Moses was very dark. Okay. But not all Israelites looked it like that.
Okay. Would you say that these people had Africoid features?
What do you mean by Africana features? What do you mean by that?
Africoid features.
Like they look like I don't look like no African, but I'm black and I'm highly melanated. So
okay, so let's put it like this: like there was three classifications of the species of human beings or the races of human beings, right? There was the Negroid, there was the Caucasoid, and there was the Mongoloid. If you was to say which category these Israelites would have fit, which one would it be? Would it be a Negroid? Would it be a Caucasoid? Or would it be a Mongoloid?
From my understanding and my limited knowledge, I would lean more towards the black.
So the Negroid, right?
I wouldn't say that they looked like Caucasians or white people, or even what we would call Asiatics, not like the Indians, but like the Chinese and Japanese.
All right, so let me do this quickly. If I was to place you in one of the three categories, which one would you be? Negroid, Caucasoid, or Mongoloid?
Black.
Out of the three categories, which one would it be? Negroid, Caucasoid, or Mongoloid?
The first one.
Negroid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you was to place Musa, alayhi salam, into the three categories, which one would he be?
I just said the black one, the first one.
The first one, excellent. So I'm just trying to show to you that in the Quran, it clearly shows you, or states, that these particular Negroids or these particular black people, not all, I'm just saying these particular black people were raised and elevated above all other human beings. Would you agree with that?
Those particular people at that time, yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is what I'm saying to you, that it shows, and you can infer that Allah at that particular moment in time, okay, had a black superiority agenda. He's basically saying,
no, see, that's the twist.
Okay.
That's the twist you're doing right now.
Okay. So let's just see where you disagree. So real quickly, these people were black. These people were superior to other people stated by Allah. Clearly, Allah favored.
Where does the Quran say that Israelites are superior to the rest of the human race?
Okay. To be superior,
it doesn't say that, does it?
Okay, to be superior simply means to be above, to be higher.
But words carry many meanings, and it has implications.
Okay, so I'm utilizing the word superior as being above other human beings. Would you?
Yeah, superior is a bad word though to use.
Sorry?
Just say, yeah, superior is a bad word to use because you can mislead people.
Okay, so it has.
They were chosen above.
Okay, so it has the various different connotations. So would you say that these people are above? These black people are above other human people?
No, they were chosen above other people.
Okay, so would you say that Allah chose and favored and preferred these particular black people above other humans, other people? Yes or no?
Those particular people at that time, yes.
Excellent. So that's all I'm saying to you, King. That's all I'm saying.
But that doesn't. But that doesn't mean supremacy or black supremacy.
Okay.
Because in this, you know what Islam teaches us, Kalam, that prophets were sent to all the nations. So there it is, right there. We just don't know about all of them.
No problem. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm just clearly showing to you whatever I'm actually doing, okay, is actually doing a comparison of us as so-called Kemetics. We do not have this particular ideology of being above or superior than any other race of people. We don't have that within philosophy. Okay.
Are you sure?
Whereas,
are you sure?
Yes. Whereas if you look into other philosophies, you can find that they are placed above, or certain people are placed above other people. Even Muslims, technically speaking, are above other human beings. Why do I say that? Because Muslims are the best of creations. They are example to the rest of mankind, whereas the kafar or the non-believers are the worst of creatures. So clearly there is a superiority or an aboveness agenda and a, how can I put it? What's the opposite of being above? A belowness or an inferiority agenda. And I'm clearly saying that we don't actually have that. And we're utilizing an argument such as black supremacy or black, aboveness, if you like that word more. That's all I'm stating, my brother. And even in particular, this video wasn't actually showing really black supremacy in the Quran like that. It's talking about the black supremacy that other people would like to claim that me, Cabs, and other people like us actually have, when in fact we don't actually have it at all. You with me, King?
Okay, come on. Let's deal with that though. I'm not running away from Islam as the topic, right? But you made a statement about Kemet. You said there's no superiority complex over there, right? So let me ask you this. When the Cometians was tearing Nubia's ass up, fucking Nubia up, stealing all the gold, killing people. Oh, I'm sorry about the curse words. I'm sorry. I apologize. So they was in Nubia tearing them people up, killing them, murdering them, stealing the gold, tearing them up, forcing their religion on them, all types of nonsense. What about that supremacy? Didn't those Cometians think they was above those Nubians that they was killing and enslaving and robbing all their gold from them?
I think what Kalam really means is it's not in a doctrines of prophecy. Enslavement or any type of justification of enslavement is not in our doctrines or prophecy. What happens with you and your neighbors? Love thy neighbor. You're gonna fight your neighbor. Look, Abdul, you grew up in the hood, man. You fought the same people in your building sometimes. You fought people in the next building. But as far as it being in the included in the doctrine, oh, you cursed from Ham, Hamitic people cursed, and all that. Our doctrine does not have that.
Wait a minute, Phil. Brother Phil, hold up.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
look on the walls. Hold up, my brother. I can look on the walls and I can see Ramesses holding slaves by their goddamn braids, bro. Slaughtering them. In the
Okay.
motion to slaughter and kill them.
Again,
So that is your doctrine.
no, it's not. You
It
show us
is.
some literature. Show us some literature where it depicts where
Is the
people.
meta your literature? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
All
brother.
right. So the meta is on the walls.
Brother
That's all
Abdul.
y'all talk about.
Brother Abdul.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on, Phil. Brother Abdul, okay? There is certain things that we have here. We have a certain bit of etiquette and courtesy that is not afforded to us actually at Speaker's Corner, okay? Where we actually have time and we have patience to let other people speak. I would love for you to reciprocate that and let the other brother who, you know, you've spoken to and ask a question to actually have time to answer that, okay? Phil, did you want to answer that?
Yes. He has to go into the metal nature, right? Because we can show you it. But at the end of the day, you have to find where it says certain people are cursed, certain people are special or above the other, or you have to show us that where if we cast judgment on those that don't believe what we believe, then they will go to the afterlife in hell. Like these are the three premises of the Abrahamic religions. You have to show us that in the metal nature. And I'm telling you, far as what I know, and it's not extensive, but I haven't came across it. And I know people like Kalam and Ansar, Sar, and a lot of other people that are very, very astute in the metal nature. But we can't find it. So that's what we're saying.
That's right. And let me continue on that topic as well. Next thing is, please, you know, my brother, just like what we do, we always ask for, if you are truthful, provide your proof, provide your evidences. Okay, that's what I'm going to ask you to do, is provide your evidences. You're taking one scene and you most probably even heard me say it. You know, these kafirs, and, you know, holding them by their lying, sinful forelock, and then holding a kapesh to their head, ready to chop off their neck. You with me? You may have seen that and you may have heard it and you know it's part of the doctrine, but do you know what it means? Can you give us a breakdown of what it actually means and what other records are telling you about this as to what it means? And is this based upon race? Is this based upon being superior to other people? What does it actually mean? Do you know? So I'm going to ask you, what are you saying? And could you provide your evidence and, you know, give your definition and meanings of what you're actually saying?
Well, to save time, Kalam, I'll just be honest with you that's what I got from it, from my own personal research and study. Now, the next man can look at it and come up with their own ideas. Just like everything you showed in the Quran and the Hadiths and stuff, I don't get what you got out of it. You know what I'm saying? So what do you really want
Okay.
me to do?
So
Like I've seen a caste system in Kemet, where you got this black people, the Egyptian, then it's the Israelite, then it's the white person, then it's another type of man there, showing all different type of races and stuff like that. So I'm seeing all types of class,
that's
and you know,
that's to do
this
with,
one is above that one, and this and that.
okay.
How
What
come?
you
Wait, hold up. If it's all equal in Kemet, right? How come you got all those dead Egyptians buried in mass graves? They didn't get no tomb. They didn't get no sarcophagus. They didn't get mummified. They didn't have gold and all this stuff on their coffins and all this nonsense. They just died like laymen and was thrown into a pit with other dead people, man. So you see that it's a class division and that certain people was above other people in Kemet.
Okay, now what you're talking about with the description of the four different races or the 4 different people that you may have seen, that is to do with ethnography. That is to do with geography of the land and the ethnicities of the individuals that lie in the landmass. It's nothing to do with this ethnicity is superior over another ethnicity. You will not find that in Kemet at all, to my knowledge. Okay. The next thing that you made mention of was mass gravesites. Again, you're putting out these claims, yet you're not giving us any dates. You're not giving us any locations. You're not giving us anything to actually go back to check. Okay, as far as I'm aware of, okay, individuals from a certain time period or time frame, every individual, it was their hopes to be mummified, okay, and to be buried. And some people would be buried in their houses. Some people would be buried in catacombs. Some people would be buried in tombs. Some people would be buried in mastabas. Some people would be buried in pyramid-like structures and so forth. It depends on who and what they are and what they have chosen. I don't know about these mass gravesites that you're talking about. And the only mass gravesites that I'm aware of is talking about in the Old Kingdom. Okay, no, actually, not even the Old Kingdom. Sorry, I lie. My bad. It's talking about pre-dynastic times in the Sudanic regions. Okay, so if that's what you're talking about, I can bear witness to it. But if not, I don't know what you're talking about exactly. So please, next time, I'll definitely encourage you. If you want to speak on these types of topic, bring up your evidence and share it with us, and we can actually hopefully go through them with you and clear up any misconceptions you may have. We welcome that. But just to making these random wild claims, like, it's not going to help anybody, to be honest with you.
But what I'm saying resonates with people because it's the truth.
Okay.
I guess other people that know about it that'll co-sign and be like, oh, I know what he's talking about. I mean, it is what it is.
Unfortunately, like, just because you believe it may resonate with people, so, lies could resonate with people just as fast as the truth could resonate with people. But the thing that most intellectual people or rational people would actually like is evidence to back up particular claims, not just merely claims.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. What you want me to do, man? Like what?
No problem. So this is what I'm going to say to you, my brother. We can continue this conversation. We're definitely going to go off here. We can continue this conversation. But what I'm saying to you, the next time, like, come with your fire, come with your heat. Yeah, because I love it. I love your fire. I love your heat. I love your passion. All of that is very uplifting at times. Like, it might just even, like me right now, I'm tired, I'm drawn, but it might just wake me up to be like, woo, what's this new claim that you're coming with? Let me go and find some information on that. So next time, yeah, all that you're saying right now to us, please go and find the information. Go and do your Google ship, find the information, bring it to us, and then drop those claims to us. And I'm all ears for it. I love it. I love the challenge. Them things there. I love that. So I can just be like, okay, we're bringing that. Yeah, let me look. Them ways there. Like, we can do that, but at least we need to have a foundation of information. All right. So, family. What I would like to do is, real quickly, before we shut down the show, all right, we got over 140 people watching in right now, yeah, and still we haven't even hit the 100 mark. We're on like 83 likes. I don't know what's wrong with you people at times. Y'all don't really rate us. Y'all don't really rate us. We're staying up till after 12 o'clock at night time to drop you this live, powerful information, and y'all ain't even hitting the likes. Oh, man. No love, man. No love. Jonah Hyatt, what's good, King? Thank you, family. I saw the likes just shut up real quickly. Sweet. So, yeah, we're going to invite you guys in, but we're going to close down the show, okay? Unless you got something to say that's really profound, okay, that's really powerful right now, before we close down the show, please state it real quickly. We got Ezra in the building. We got Pentecostal ministry in the building. Let me know if you got anything to say. Ezra, you're first. Nah, you're chilling, you're watching.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. What you were talking about earlier with the Israelites being superior according to the Quran. And you was right what you were saying, because Moses is mentioned as black, Isa mentioned as black, and I think it's Surah 122 where it says that Israelites are favored above all mankind. So how can they say that's not superior? I don't understand what the brother was saying.
Good question. But I don't want to open up his mic and go into that. I just want to keep it moving real quickly so we can actually shut down the show. But that's a good
Yeah,
question.
man, I hear that.
Let me go over to Pentecostal real quickly. Pentecostal, what you saying, King?
Yes, peace. I'll join you after show.
All right, love that. Let me just get people that haven't spoken. Oh, 1 second, Phil. 1 second. Rich Kid, how you doing, King? The Kabbalah man himself. You there? All right. You're chilling. All right. Uhuru. What you saying, King?
Yo, peace and greetings to everyone. It's been a really good show. Enjoyed it. So just looking forward to the after show. Have a good talk and reasoning.
You know we're gonna get it in. You know we're gonna get it in, right? I know some of you lot gonna be PISS that you're not involved in the after show. I'm sorry. Y'all should have been in from early, yeah? We've been dropping the link from early, but y'all didn't click in the link. Not my fault, your fault, okay? But we're gonna get it in still. Brother Phil. Yeah, yes, Rich Kid. What you saying, King?
Yeah, just chilling, man. Listening, just chilling. Good show as usual.
All right, give thanks. All right, Phil, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I challenge everybody to research, look at what Kalam has presented, go back, look at the show, try to come up with your own arguments, and I'll be looking in the comments, and I'll be answering in the comments against any type of directives that you have, basically. So, and that's it. Scholar gang.
Gang. I love it. Scholar gang. I should get these t-shirts made real quick. Yo, you saying, Gabs, do you want to say anything before we shut it down? Where's Mustafa as well? Phil, I beg you drop out your other avatar. So Mustafa could join us. Yeah. What are you saying, King?
Yo, man, I've been thinking today is a good show. 2 shows of medicine, you know how we do, SG forever. You see it, and it's been great. We love doing this, man. We love bringing information. We love the people in the panel. We love the people in the chat room that tune in. And we here, man. We're gonna keep dropping this knowledge to our old. And we here, man. We're gonna keep dropping this knowledge to our old.
All right. So anyways, I'm going to cut on the show right now. Thank you, family, for tuning in and showing us that support and love. You know what, TDS Dave, we need to get you onto the show real quickly, We need to set up a whole new show for you and you alone, King. Trust me. All right. So family, it's been absolutely wonderful. I'm glad you lot just hit the 101 like mark. Thank you. Thank you, family. Love and support. I will see you guys on the other side. Peace, and I'm out.